Mm. Continents were fun, but home sweet. What the actual hell? A gift, Tonk. Tonk. What? I wasn't gone for that long, was it? It's too late for this. I know it's. Huh? Nukezy. Invitation to a maze? What? I'll put a pin on that.
Hey.
Hello.
What
Hi,
the
Ethan.
fuck?
Hi.
Is my window broken?
Okay, look, I know this looks
no.
bad. I know this looks bad.
What happened to my set?
I know this looks bad. Hold on. Okay, so we're kind of sort of hiding from the IRS. Okay?
I'm in the radar. Why did you bring them here? Me and
I,
Knoxx robbed the
Well,
bank
cause
together.
Jacob said you had drugs here.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I didn't
That's
say
confidential, Jacob.
that. Sorry, Ethan.
I threw a rock through your window.
No shit, Sherlock.
It's there on the ground, actually. You want me to go pick it up?
No.
It's an
Ethan,
egg.
I gotta be honest with you, man. You gotta interview us.
What?
You gotta interview us right now, okay? Just sit down and interview us. It's your job.
Interview me if you want to live.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was tough. I like that. Yeah.
I hate all of you so much.
No,
Sometimes
we
love
bring you
hurts.
content. We bring you content.
Okay. What am I
I
even
bring
gonna
you
call
fun
this?
and quirky civ events.
What am I even gonna call this? Freaking DNN's nighttime interview?
Yes.
I
Probably.
like that.
Oh.
It's a nice ring to it.
That has a nice ring to it.
Interview us.
Yes, alright, welcome everyone to our interview. DNN's nighttime interview. Would you introduce yourselves?
I'm Sundayz. I've played in a few civ events before. And I hope to become a civ event host soon, along with my amazing partner, Waterkitty, who is here in spirit.
I'm allergic.
Hi everyone. I am Knoxx. I have also played in countless civ events, and also staff for a majority of them. Hopefully, I'll be able to staff for this person too. Yeah.
My name is Jacobcookman.
My name is Tonk, and I am a professional procrastinator. That is my full-time job. I'm very good at my job.
My man. Alright. Thank you all for breaking into my place in the middle of the night for this
No problem.
for this interview.
Well, you're
Happy to
welcome.
be here.
You can tip us later.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you can you can pay us because we someone got cut up the window, so we need some health insurance from that. Yeah, so you're gonna have to pay us for that. The hospital visit's gonna be a little bit
Yeah.
expensive.
God damn it!
So
don't
don't
jump
jump.
off. I don't want to pay for broken
Absolutely
legs
not.
too.
What about broken
Alright.
hearts?
No one
Okay,
cares.
Tonk, shut up.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. I guess we should. I know. How about current events in the Minecraft events? You know, the current situation of events. We can talk about that, right?
Yes,
Sure.
I love that idea.
Oh, I could yap about that for hours.
Okay, let's
Alright.
let Sunday go last then. Tonk, you go first.
Whoa. I need a topic first.
Yeah, I didn't even ask my question.
Hey, didn't even ask a question.
Okay, oh, whatever.
Let's not get
Alright,
too hasty.
Right. All right. Oh, I know. Question one. What's your opinion on the current events that are happening? Like, you know, how events are right now.
My first.
Yes.
I'd say there's a lot of new faces. Good and bad faces. Well, not bad faces, but just you do get a lot of low quality civs. But then we've always had low quality civs, so nothing really changed. It's kind of my entire view, to be honest.
Good for you, Tonk. Anyway, Jacob.
Thank you.
There's too many small. Well, not about small events, but there's too many bad quality events at the current time. It's kind of just like someone realizes that like it only costs £20 for a good enough server, and they decide to host maybe a wasteland event is a good example. You know, just
I
a
agree.
very
I agree.
sloppy idea
I don't
for
pay
an
for my
event.
server.
That is, yeah. No, I'm just kidding though. No, but there is a lot of there's a bit too much event hosts at the current time, but most are good, so yeah, that's good. That's about it.
How about
Oh,
you, Tonk?
well, it's my turn. Yeah. Due to PR reasons, I will be withholding my answer on this.
That's actually pretty smart. Anyway, Sundays.
I think we have, in all seriousness, lost the plot. Civ Event used to be about this sort of world history-esque storytelling where players are placed in various different biomes, continents, islands, and they work with what they're given with no direction whatsoever to build something beautiful. But it's just become this hunt for views and engagement. And I feel like we have a lot of work to do to undo that sort of mindset. Because if not, these events aren't fun anymore. They're just they're directed at this point. If you're going to host an event with the sole purpose of making the story your own rendition, as interesting as you want it to be, at this point, just write a book. Just make a movie. It's not fun for the players anymore.
I see. And I'll take that into consideration with my next question. Where do you guys think the line is between content and like in-game enjoyment? Like would you like say it's better to have the players enjoy it, or it's better to like make the content for the event?
Am I going first again?
Well, you can if you want.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't have a crazy opinion on this. I just think that, I view them as mostly separate. I would say, I mean, first of all, fundamentally, you need to know your demographic. You need to cater to your audience, whether it be role players, PvPers, builders, and to focus on one of them too heavily is to disregard the others. So I think if you were to cater towards player experience, I feel like that would mean more towards builders, PvPers, farmers, etc. People who enjoy the gameplay aspect of Minecraft. But then there are people who like to create conducive stories. That kind of crosses into the territory of the videos. I think videos can also be treated almost as their own kind of beast. I think there's a different mindset that you need to take in terms of content creation compared to player experience. There's no perfectly healthy balance of the two. I think Ish is a close one, but even so, they still it's not the most authentic experience.
I
Yeah.
see. Okay. How about you, Jacob?
What was the question again?
Next, Knoxx, what do you have to say about it? We'll come back to Jacob.
Jacob, to let you go before me, the question was like, where do you think the line draws for content and player experience? And you go ahead.
Alright. So I think personally, it should be a bit balanced, but mostly catered towards player experience. Because obviously, if players don't have fun in your events, they're not going to play your events. So, what's the point of even hosting events? You know what I mean? But I do think there's an aspect where you have to like make a video, and I don't think they should be a fully separate thing, because obviously, yeah, if you just let like an event play out with just player experience or just players, you're not gonna get a great story. You can get an alright story, but it's more about like how you finish the story, which is where I think a host should sometimes step in. And I think also sometimes in the middle of the story, the host should sometimes step in and just guideline the players. Like let's say for example, like there's two plot lines going on. One where it's like this team wants to go to war, but it's only like day 3 or something. But the other plot line is like this extravagant like storyline, but right now they're catered towards going to the one where they just fight. You would maybe, you know, give them other things to do, let their story branch off into a different aspect, to then, you know, have a better story overall, that still the players enjoy, but it's also going to be better for the video as well. So I think you should balance the two like that.
Okay.
Kind of going off of what they said, because they've hit a lot of high notes. I like to focus on, especially when I'm staffing an event, on how is the player going to enjoy this event. That is how I look at it. Of course, I don't have to look at it in how am I going to make a video out of this, because that is up for my bosses. I can help. I can point out storylines, be like, hey, this seems like a very interesting storyline, but I don't have to necessarily follow them, as I'm not one of the recorders. So, me personally, I think that the line is drawn whenever you start thinking about this is good for the content. At that point, let your recorders know. Be like, hey, I like this storyline that's playing out. Record it, and then, like what Jacob said, step in closer to the end to make sure things have like a cohesive ending. Not fully force it to go one direction, but be like, hey, this is happening and this is happening. Why don't you try to somehow tie yourself into that so we can close all 3 at the same time? Type thing. Like, let the players
Right.
decide how to end it, but help them get to an ending.
Alright. I see. How about you, Sundayz?
When you first start playing in a civilization event, as a player, your goal is to build something that lasts, something that can be admired, something that can be seen when the video eventually comes out. Content is definitely a big part of it, so people will enjoy your video, but what you should mainly be focusing on is the enjoyment of people who are playing in that event. Imagine the disappointment after building something huge, after making so many friends, after making this elaborate storyline that from your perspective felt like the whole world, just to see it cut in the final video, like you never played. That is where the line is drawn. when YouTubers decide what's convenient for the video rather than what actually happened, rather than what was actually built, or even when
Yeah.
YouTubers lie about what happened, what was built, that is where the line is drawn, and that is where the line is crossed.
Interesting. Okay, so you guys have different takes, but mostly towards the same.
Could I add
Same
something
answer.
quickly?
Yes.
To what Sundayz said. Because I would like to say that when I started doing events, I actually had the idea of mentioning every single like player, right? Like that was a big goal of mine, and it was all the way up to about Great Britain. And then when I made the Great Britain event, I was like, okay, I didn't really like the story, so I just moved on to corruption video. Obviously, you know that. But I feel like when you're trying to put in every single story, the video turns into this like mess, and that's sort of why hosts don't do it. I think when you're playing
Yeah, I
an
can agree
event,
with that.
you should look at the perspective of I'm having fun in this event, I don't care about the video. So when the video does drop, there's no real, I guess, disappointment when watching it, because I as a host, you can't cover every single individual story. It's very difficult, very difficult.
It's not
I've
about-
tried.
It's not about including every story, I don't think. I think it's just about not only including one. I think it's just about not making up things that didn't happen.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can agree with that.
Okay. Well, I guess we should like stay on this, not on this topic, like around this topic. What's your opinion between like scripted lore and like player lore? Like lore you make for the story, and versus lore like you just let the players go wild on.
I think, personally, from event staff side, obviously I don't know fully for the host, but I think primarily we should focus on player lore, because if you get too scripted, it feels disingenuous, doesn't feel natural. I'm using the word scripted lightly for this, as it shouldn't feel like this is step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For what I'm about to say, it should feel like, hey, this is how it should go, I feel. But like offering suggestions on how to end a story can seem scripted, but at the end of the day, that it's allowing the players, hey, this is a way that I think would be good for your story to go. This typically, I only think this is good at like the very end of this event, end of the story, and helping them close it off somehow that's satisfactory. I think that would be okay, but full on going in, picking a thing day one, being like, this is what I want to happen, I don't think that's good for the video or player experience, because it's just gonna feel fake.
I can agree with that. Actually. Or you
I
guys
agree with
have something
100%.
Should I go?
to say?
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
I think that scripting should never be a thing in civ events. I think the big problem with I'll include JJK here because it was probably the worst civ event I've ever played. His 1,000 player event. What happened is he, on the very first day, he made us all merge into groups, so there was only 3 groups per island, which is just scripting from day one, and I think that really killed the gameplay for players. And then later on in the event, he also stopped us from doing a war, which fit very well into our storyline, and that was also very annoying to play. So yeah, I just think any form of scripting is bad, but like Knoxx said, I think guiding stuff is fine, but that's not scripting in my opinion. I think scripting is when you're doing it directly for the video, because that's what you want, and that's the problem with JJK. Is that he does like try to pre-script everything from like after
Damn,
day 3 or
shots
something.
fired.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, well, you'll see Kogel's video when that comes up.
The go.
I would just like to add, I 1000% agree with Cookman. Scripting is never okay. I think if you have to do any level of actual scripting in your video as a Civ event creator, then you should not be a Civ event creator, because that's not what it's about. Your job as a Civ event creator is to be a narrator, storyteller, not someone in the story. You aren't supposed to be micromanaging everything. At that point, again, write a book, make a movie. Let players do their own thing.
Yeah, I'd like to mend what I said earlier. I couldn't think of the word, but Jacob said it. When I said it's not, I don't mean scripting, I meant guiding. I just knew I didn't mean that. I just couldn't think of the word at the moment. Guiding the story at the end, like I said before, like helping them, suggesting, hey, this might fit well for your thing, that is fine because it leaves the player in control. It doesn't force the player to do this.
Yeah, I can agree with all those points, but do you have anything to add to that, Tonk? Or, like...
I'm so sorry, could you repeat the question?
Moving on to the next question.
Okay.
Alright. So, next question would be, like, well, what's the current state? Like, do you think, like, events are holding steady? Do you think, like, the quality is decreasing or the quality is, like, improving? Like, overall?
I mean, I'm gonna talk about the content creation side of things. When you look at like the health of the Civ community, I'm pretty sure it's pretty self-explanatory to look at Ish as the main, I guess, symbol of growth. For
Yeah,
example,
he's
whenever he
just the
releases
god
a
of
video,
events.
yeah, whenever he releases a video, it gets like millions of views. Okay, Jake. Yeah, so basically, if you look at how things are now, I would say civs are kind of stagnating. I would say they're on a decline. Unless there's some massive resurgence, I don't think they're going to survive for the next 5 years, for example. Not that I'll still even be involved. In 5 years, I probably won't be, to be honest. But I would
Alright.
say the niche as a whole is not dying per se, but declining. That's a good analogy.
Alright.
Yeah, I completely agree with what Tonk said. I think right now we've literally hit like the peak of like how popular Civ events will be, because Ish said himself he's not making a video as good as Rich vs. Poor or Rich and Poor. So yeah, I just think the quality is gonna keep on going down. People are gonna compare every Civ video to Ish, which isn't fair because that video took 2 years to make and it's an incredibly good video. Like unmatched. I don't think anyone will ever make a Civ video
Yeah,
as good
I
for
can
another
agree with
5
that.
years or something like that. But yeah, I agree with Tonk that it will just die out soon. I don't know how long, but it's definitely decreasing the quality.
How about you two?
I will be withholding an answer at this time.
Alright.
I feel like all I hear people talk about when we talk about the Civ community nowadays is how toxic it is and how much they want to leave. I'll tell people that the Civ event community is something that I genuinely find joy in and I don't want to die out, and I think if we work towards change it'll get better, and what they tell me is that if I stay in it it'll fuck up my mental health so badly. So yeah, I feel like the quality is declining, and I feel like that's partially our fault as a community, because we could be working towards healthier, safer environments that aren't just catered towards views. The quality of these videos is feeling more artificial, more like copies of other videos. Content creators deciding they have a favorite nation that they want to win the event, so that's what wins, even if that's not what happened. I feel like the niche could die out, or it could or it could shine brighter depending on what we choose to do now.
I see. Okay. So let's switch to a more positive tone. Like, what's like all of you like? What's your favorite parts about the events? Like you're in the events you create or the events you help with overall.
Oh, well, not you can go first. don't worry.
Knoxx, you can go first. Like, I'm
You
still
sure?
trying to think of what to say. Yeah.
Alright. I love interacting and watching the players interact. Just depending on if I'm actually a participant or a staff member of that event. It's always a joy to see people interacting, especially when it's good interactions or it's like war meetings, be it before a war or whatever. Watching the people interact, seeing their stories unfold, always is just like a highlight of the events for me. I love participating, I love watching, I love everything. It's just fun.
I agree with that. That's why I do the news, so I can watch people be people, you know, and make their own stories.
I like so I play a lot of events, which is why I now host them. But I still do play a lot of events. And personally, the ones that have been the most fun were more the earlier ones I played in. Which, because I think the thing that kills events is, I guess, when you keep playing them, you realize stuff like revives exist, and it really takes away from like the actual gameplay. So what I love about an event is when it genuinely feels like you're in that world. I can't really think of any recent examples, but that's just because I've played so many where I just don't really have any views on that anymore. But when I used to play events, that was the best part of them. You would go in, it would genuinely felt like you were real. When someone would die, you would genuinely be sad. And yeah, just stuff like that. Like the fear of death, I think, is a good one to have in an event. That's
Actually,
basically my favorite part of them.
I think a lot of people overlook this, but as a new player, your entire perspective on the Civ community is, on the whole, I would say kind of glorified. Like you see the newest dish video, you're like, whoa, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. I want to join. So you join this Discord server with 100 people you don't even know. You get thrown into a server where you meet new people, you make friends, you create a story. You create your own story, your own characters, your own buildings, your own civilizations. And I think that's the glorious part of civilizations. But it just gets old. It gets old pretty quickly. You realize it's just kind of a game. After all, you do get a different array of players each time. I think as you progress through, I think the more events you play, I think the worse it gets. Like I found myself that the more I invest in an event, and the worse it goes, I feel like the payoff is a lot worse. Like evidently, but
All right.
that's where you get. I don't know. I think a lot of people come to Civs for different reasons, and I think personal enjoyment is something you have to seek on your own, as opposed to the event host.
I can agree with that. And how about you, Sundayz?
I could say so many things. In regards to that question, I could say that I love the community. Getting to make friends, lasting friends. Getting to build up all these nations with groups of different people who all want nothing more than to put their everything into what they've created. But I think if I'm being completely honest, what I love the most is personally the fact that it allows me to write. I love writing, but outside of Civ events, I can't really. There's no outlet. And Minecraft as a whole is something that I love participating in, but being able to combine both writing and Minecraft is, and in speeches, in lore, in stories, the things you can build in civ events with writing are phenomenal. That's what I think I love most.
I can agree. I can agree with that too, actually. And we're back from ad. It's the middle of the night, so I have no idea what the ad team cooked up. But yeah,
We love
it was
ads. Yeah, no,
It's
the
nearly
sun's
1
coming
a.m.
up.
good. What the
fuck are you doing?
I can't put that.
Why are we
Okay,
getting
next
Morse
question,
code?
shut the
Jake,
fuck
you
up.
can't say that!
Next
You
question.
can't say
Tom,
that!
Oopsies.
You can't. Right. Alright, let's go more sort of personal now. What's like you guys's like your mortal enemy in events?
Bank
Like, what's that
details.
one thing? That's what one thing about events that you cannot stand.
Patreon axe. I'm joking.
Okay.
I don't
I
like
think,
metagaming. I think metagaming kills events. Like when they have when you like join a server and there's just like pre-made groups of like 80 people, I think that really kills an event.
Yeah. Metagaming and pre-planning are probably my worst as a player and as a staff, because it's really infuriating once we like request like no pre-planning groups for the event, and then all of a sudden there is like 4 teams that are for some reason converging on the same location, even though they spawn miles apart and they've had no contact or anything, and they already have an idea and a build set up. What's getting a build set up beforehand sometimes is okay, depending on the type of event. Like for the PG&P Infinity mini event, setting up a build was fine, and then none of the big teams were pre-planned. But getting a team of like 30 all together day one with already like everything planned out on how they're gonna get their thing set up is just a nightmare, and it just ruins events. Sorry for cutting you off, Jacob, but I had to jump in there.
Oh no, I was done. I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Tom, Sundayz, anything you guys want to add?
Nope.
The fact that players, and this is something that I feel very personally about. This is the reason why I want to be an event host. The fact that some players are looked past and ignored because of what they sound like or what they look like behind the screen. I'm talking hosts that don't want to include female protagonists, hosts that don't want to include LGBT protagonists of colour, things like that. And the fact that you never know until your video comes out when you're one of those groups, if that's the case. That's what I hate about events, and that's something that I hope will get better in the future, that sort of bias. Because when you play as someone in an event, you're putting your lore, everything you've built, everything you've written into the hands of this one YouTuber, and you're praying that that one YouTuber isn't a bigot, that they aren't a cunt, that they aren't going to cut you because of their personal opinions about people like you. Anyways, that's what I hate most about these events, and it's something that I hope we don't have to worry about in the future. And I know that's a lot to ask. The fact that I know I'm yapping, I'm sorry, but the fact that in order to ensure that your story won't be cut for who you are, you have to go and scour out for some non asshole YouTuber is insane. No, I want to be in the bigger events. I don't give a fuck that I sound like this, and I don't think you should either. I think you should give me the same amount of credit, the same amount of trust that you would give anyone who sounded more masculine, if that makes sense.
It does actually. Yeah, I get it. So you sure you have nothing to add, Tom?
Yep.
All right, so you guys can get out of my house. I have one final question for you guys. Do you enjoy it, doing what you do, like hosting, being in events, helping out? No, like, do you really like enjoy it?
Yes.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Oh, I would be long gone if I did not.
Yeah, I like it a lot actually.
Wait, sorry, what was the question?
I swear to God.
Do you like
I'm
like
gonna-
everything, Tom? Do you like being in the server event community? Do you like hosting events? Well, I guess, do you like procrastinating about hosting events?
No, actually, no, because I get pinged every Tuesday, and I get like 60 pings saying "fuck you, Tom." So that's nice.
Tonk,
Tonk,
you're
when's the
fired.
video coming out?
Where's my application, Tonk?
When's
I
the
got
video
it.
coming out?
Yeah.
Where's the events?
Yeah. Yep. Next week.
Next week?
Don't get people's hopes up,
Something like
Tonk.
It is
What
next
if-
week.
What if next
Actually,
week
actually,
I'm
actually,
in
actually,
the Bermuda Triangle?
Bermuda Triangle.
Can we
Bermuda.
reschedule?
Actually, I actually have a valid point. I've played Civ events since 2022, and I still love them.
Oh, that's nice. I think Jacob left.
Yeah, I think he left.
Thank God. Okay, all of you get the fuck out.
See ya.
Can I
Don't
stay?
jump out the window. Are you not gonna take your cat?
Do you want my head?
Keep her.
Can I have my head? Can I have my head?
left.
What do you mean keep? No, Knoxx, put the bomb down. Put the bomb down. Knoxx, no, I swear, Knoxx, I can't get. No, I can't take this off now. What the hell is wrong with you?
Bro, the farm scraper looks so good at night.
Ethan.
Yo, got any time for us, Ethan? We want to be interviewed.
No, Knoxx, how no?
I'm literally creative. I'm so slow.
I'm so hungry. I can eat a whole Ethan. Oh my god.
Knoxx, stay away from me. Don't.
Oh my god!
What have you done?
My car!
I'm gonna crash the. Nukezy invited me to the stupid Maze City. I'm gonna go there, relax.
Aww.
Are you sure?
Yeah. He told me it was
Are you
relaxing
sure?
or something. I need
Make sure you get your nuke chicken burger.
Okay.
Your nuke chicken. Make sure you get it.
I don't know what that is.
Bring me back a nuke chicken and some fries in the bag, please. Hey, do
It's
you
like-
want anything from Nuke Donald's Sundayz?
It's like a 3-week boat ride. I'm not gonna be back in time.
We need a nuke chicken sandwich, some chicken nuke nuggets, and some fries in the bag. And also bring me back 2 large. I want a Sprite. What do you want?
It's a 3-week boat
A
ride.
singular French fry.
No. What drink do you want?
Ah.
I'll bring back a cup of water as well.
Okay. I guess take care of the nuke shack.
Oh, we will.
We will.
Need a vacation.
Okay, so let's go trash the new shack.